Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the finale. It is the last game of the season, and it is a joyous last game of the season instead of what it would have been. And this is the God of Honor given by African Stars players themselves. You would want to maybe think that the young African players should actually be giving the players the God of Honor, and as a young African make their way to the pitch, the God of Honor, of course, disperses. But it is a joyous day of celebration and reflection on what was a very tough season. But the Deb Marine champions, the defending champions, did what they needed to do in mighty Ganasino Chirango to get all the marbles and win their 8th Deb Marine Premiership title. My name is Emmanuel, and thank you again for joining us throughout the season. We have one more to go. Get your champagne ready at home. Enjoy this Saturday game with us as I read out the starting lineups, starting with the home team, Young African. In goal, Moses Make. Number 3, Kayenji KK. Number 2, Garizimo. Number 14, Deacon Kavizembi. Number 19, Denzel Awasep. Number 33, Matopo. Number 12, Ali Junior Kanji. Number 15, Roman Brent. Number 100, Jackson Nangoro. Number 9, Denzel Nareb. And number 7, Ferdinand Obina. For African Stars, and pay attention to this because a lot of players are getting a chance to lead in this first 11. In goal, we have Rokoro Brando. At left back, Jackson Johannes. Centre back, Mutuizu Given. Alongside him is the always reliable Hita Pingaruka. You would have to box him to get out of the first 11 on the last game of the season. Right back, Jean-Luca Tabang Malane is still in Lesotho. He's done his job. He can now watch online, and I'm sure I'll get to the coach. But cheers to you, Tabang Malane. Stiga captain, our captain, Ronald Keshiere, always present in defensive midfield. We will have a long talk with him after the game. I'm sure you know why. Rika Mujua and January are the 3 midfielders with, of course, Stiga, Rika, and January. Harold Gossip on the right wing. Dion Dennis on the left wing. And Jomo Chiveta up at striker. That is the first 11 for Coach Benny Hausep. And again, as Lesotho was involved in the COSAFA Cup, the head coach of African Stars, Coach Paul Bob Mafoso, and Tabang Malane were involved for the national team for Lesotho. And they can start their holiday a little bit early, but I'm sure they'll be watching just to see how the certain players do to close out this season. On the bench for African Stars, Charles Ambira, Maharero, Godwin Isep, Willie Stefanus, Paulus Aludelu, Edmund Kambanda, Chatindi, star boy, top goal scorer of the season, still Bakonja Chahikika and Roma Javera make up the entire team for the champions. So yes, indeed, there is only bragging rights at stake today, and we know that the previous fixture was African Stars 1, Young African 1. Young African scored first in that fixture in game week. Well, in fact, it was a game week 1 game that was postponed all the way to game week 13. And we know Ngero Katua scoring that screamer of an equalizer to make it 1-1. So between the two teams, it's been a stalemate, but perhaps today, the team in white, which is African Stars in their away kit, will take on the home team, Young African, on your right, on your screen, to finish off the Deb Marine Premiership season 2024-2025. So thank you for joining us throughout the season. Thank you for joining us today. Tell your football friends and family that this is their last chance to experience the Red Army do what they do best. And if you are still in Windhoek, or if you are in Windhoek, make your way to the Independence Stadium. $100 at the door. You were informed to make decisions earlier to get your tickets at 15 Namibian dollars. Now at the door it's $100. So there are big spenders here watching this game. But for those of you who are comfortably at home with your champagne, join us on YouTube and open up the comment section. There are many questions that I have for you as fans. I'm already seeing Frank, Cassiona, Hennessy, and Venter in the chat. Venter's watching from Wales. Victor watching from Katitura. Cassiona watching from Walvis Bay. Hennessy is talking about a certain player. But yes, have your opinions. Kickoff coming shortly. And we must still remember that certain fixtures in the Southern Stream in the first division, Black Africa won their game against Ramblers. They did their job 2-1. But Orangamund FC versus, I believe it's dated 11 or dates 11, Orangamund FC were winning. So Black Africa had to hope for a loss from Orangamund. But I think Orangamund collected all 3 points. Both teams were on 14 points, but goal difference is in the big disadvantage for Black Africa. So, by halftime, we may be confirming that Black Africa has gone to the second division. Kickoff at 5:30 on the dot. Let us see our champions get their bragging rights against the team that was in second, or that is in second. And here we go with Young Africa just building from the back. Good tackle from January. He wants to impress the attacking midfielder. And that's a good way to get his confidence up. Here now is KK into the midfield. That's a bad tackle from Rika. And that's the South African, Matopo, who just received that challenge. They call him Mirror, as if you look into a mirror and you see your vision. So that's kind of the analogy that they wanted to give him. He's a man of vision. Good touch there from Denzel Narib. Here's Mira now. Denzel Narib down the line, but couldn't keep it in from the pass of the player who has the number 100 jersey, Jackson Nangolo. It's not often that you see a player wearing a 3-digit number. Rika, Jackson Johannes. And the stadium has just gotten a little bit quiet. And it will be interesting to see how the two coaches, Coach Mali Rizimo and Coach Benny Housep, would tell their players to come out today. Is it jigga celebration, or is it still a serious 3 points with the ball coming in? Still in the area. Itapingaruka brings it out. Pass to Dion Dennis. January. Good touch, but the player, young African, the number 12, doing good defensive work there. Apologies, I do not have him on my team sheet, the number 12. We will confirm his name and number. I believe it is Ngarizimo. Here's Rokoro now, where normally it would have been Marvin Kasitura, who is not in the team, the ladies' man. It's always a fan favorite with the ladies, Marvin Kasitura Lukaku. So I'm sure he's watching online, and he's watching from home as a champion. Ooh, good, beautiful play there from Nangoro. Put the ball down the line for Denzel Narib. He can keep it in. Nangolo once more. Blocked from Rika. First corner of the game. Thank you to Sian watching from Upuo. People watching from Rossing Mine, Ketmanswap, and Halali. Thank you to all of you watching live. The corner comes in. It's to the back post. It's a header. And it's cleared from Rika. A back flick from Deacon. Deacon is still there. Turn. Cleared from Given. "160 viewers so far." Jackson Johannes just with a touch. Into touch, he actually left it, so it's Stars ball. And as you heard the announcers say, perhaps just before the stream started, there will be an award ceremony after the game, yes, just to celebrate the players that played well throughout the season, player of the season, goalkeeper of the season, things like that. And I do have some stats for African Stars players. And you know, Bakonja Chaikika is involved there with 15 goals. Gasep, good turn from him against Nangolo. Gasep doing well defensively, and now he cut a player in half. He can cross it with his natural left foot. He cuts back. Stiga taken off the ball there from Brandt. Johannes from deep. And just over the players in the box. Good work there from Jomo Chiveta, defending from the front line. January looks like a good player, January. Tomo. Oh, that's a junkie there from Johannes. Tomo. You could see that he was trying to go wide. It was just caught out from the defender. And Tomo's offside. Here now is Deacon. And bad control there. Yeah. Rika up against two players. Advances with the ball, finds Jean-Luca. Pressure there from Denzel Awasep. And no foul there on Dion Dennis. Just trickled off his thigh. Young African can build now with KK. KNG. Ferdinand Obina. One player to definitely watch out for. The number 7. With the Baroque side hair. Apparently in 2025 it's still a hairstyle that's still going strong. And there is a stat for Ferdinand Obina. He does have, I believe, 10 goals this season. Free kick to be taken from Mira. Mathopo. It's a good shot. Slightly wide. And what is at stake for Young African, of course, they do know that this game was supposed to be played in Khobabis if African Stars still needed points to win the title in that last game. Wow, what a game that would have been in Khobabis, especially for the people from Khobabis, to watch a nail-biter, two teams fighting for the title. But Bakonja's free kick against Mighty Gunners sealed the deal. January. That pass maybe will not find Jomo. But what is at stake is that Young African wish to compete in the Confederations Cup. It's different from the CAF Champions League. Another bad touch there from the right back. And in order to compete in that tournament, they do need a coach with a license, a CAF A license. And the legendary coach Mali Rizimo, who I personally think might be the coach of the season, he will have to step down. Oh, beautiful turn there from Rika against two players. He's having a good game already. Rika Munjua. Given. Good turn from him. Rokoro. Stiga. Put under pressure. But wins the foul. Luckily. So this will probably be Coach Mali Rizimo's last game. He acknowledged it in an interview earlier on this week. But you can pretty be sure that he will always be involved in the team that he has built. Bad challenge between the two players, but Gianluca still puts the cross in. January with a good touch, trying to find it to Gasep. Jackson Nangoro gets it back to his defender. Good turn there from Deacon. Good defensive header there from Given, and he gets a round of applause from his bench. He hasn't had a lot of opportunities to show what he can do, given Mutudu. Apologies for the pronunciation. Mutwedu. Here he is now, Mutwedu. But he's a strong centre back, very tall. youthful legs. So hopefully he doesn't concede in what will be his first start of the season. Denzel Nare, chests down, pressured from Garuka. Down the line, in behind. Oh, what an opportunity there for Ferdinand Obina. And it is ruled off as offside. Nonetheless, the players were not privy to that. And a round of applause from Coach Marley. But if the danger man, Ferdinand Obina, just stayed on side, that would have been 1-0 to the home team, Young African. And African Stars would have had to wait to open their champagne until the 90th minute. KK going back to his goalkeeper, Moses Make. Good header there from Gianluca, and of course, Jomo might be offside. He leaves it for Dion Dennis, but beautiful tackle there from KK. Ooh, KK involved once more. Mira, Nareb, Garizimo, Nangoro. Oh, bad touch there from the player, and it's a strike, and it's a beautiful save from Moses Make. Great action, shot on target, but a beautiful save. Still in the box. And I personally have Moses Make as the goalkeeper of the season. Of course, Lukaku Kasetura will probably frown at that opinion, but Young African have actually conceded the least amount of goals throughout this season. So you have to give it to Moses Make in goal. There's a mistake at the back. Denzel Nareb, left foot. Oh, beautiful tackle. Beautiful tackle from the strongest man in the league, Vitap Ingaruka. That's why he said, no, I am playing in today's game to lead from the back. And a very good block. It comes in, Obina. That was on target, but luckily there was a man on that near post. Pressure from Stars and cleared from KK. Oh, and that ball has fallen to Denzel Nareb, who puts in a beautiful chipped shot to make it 1-0 to the boys from Hobabas. Denzel Nareb, take a bow. Yep, the bragging rights are at stake. It's not for the title anymore. But you can definitely shake their hand. And you have to shake the hand of Denzel Nareb. He received the ball after it was a little bit of a lackluster clearance. A headed clearance from Vitap Ingaruka, who will be definitely disappointed in his effort to clear the ball. And that ball just lofted right over Arokoro. And you can't blame the goalkeeper there. 1-0 to Young African versus the champions, African Stars. Dion Dennis will put pressure. Moses Make clears. And in the previous fixture, Denzel Nareb and Ferdinand Obina didn't start that game. I remember that game through and through. They came on the 60th minute, and at the end of the game, I was saying to myself, why would you not start the number 9 and the number 7 for Young African, because they look like players. And Denzel Narep has put his name in the history books to have been the one player who have scored against African Stars. But perhaps a stat that Young African do not want to hear is that they have never beaten African Stars. Yes, indeed, Young African have never beaten African Stars. Their head-to-head record is draw and then 6 losses and 2 draws from now back to 2017. Free kick. Oh, deflection! It's a mistake. And that sometimes when you are a champion, luck is on your side. And Rika Munjua will claim that goal, even though there was a blatant deflection. 1-1. What do we say? Do we give it to Rika or not? Let's give it to him. The power from his free kick was good enough power to interrupt the style of play. And the number 12 player, who we still can't confirm who it is, his deflection has equalized for African Stars. There might be goals in this one, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see. Stiga. Interception. Gianluca. He can find Dion Dennis. A flick. Oh, intercepted. Here's January. He should go wide to Jomo, but he does well with the flick. Apologies, ladies and gentlemen. The number 12 player is Ali Junior Chundi. That is his name, foul throw. And he was the player that unfortunately got that deflection, Ali Junior. But let us know in the chat here if you think that Rika Mujua should get that goal. That would have been his first goal of the season. Rika, he does have 2 assists, but if he's claiming that goal, oh, beautiful footwork there from Stiga. If he's claiming that goal, that opens his account on the last game of the season. Deacon. Moses Make. Kayenji, KK. Bad touch there from Brandt. Stiga now puts it down. Rika. And he's had a good game. Oh, that's a bad pass from him, but still, Rika Munjua has had a good game so far, and he will be growing in confidence after a shot like that. Mutwedu takes it wide for Rika. I believe, sorry, it was Garuka. A comment from Sean saying Rika certainly should get that one. Yes, it was a well-taken free kick. It was very powerful. You can see from the replay, if you just rewind on YouTube and see the flight of the ball, a low-driven Steven Gerrard, Frank Lampard type free kick shot. And if you don't shoot, you won't score. Stiga, January, bad touch from him. Here's Brandt. Captain, Ronald Ketchien. January. And it's been an up and down season for uh, January. He number 28 in that midfield, attacking midfield. Just in your picture there, putting pressure on Brandt. Yeah, here he is now, January. He looks up. He puts the ball in for Gasep. Oh, he just needed to touch it with a feather of his boot. And that maybe would have trickled into the net. Good cross there from January. And as I said, up and down season from him, being loaned out. He's a young man, so he was, in fact, also having exams. And that's just the reality of football nowadays. But seems to be a good player, has been in the gym. The last time I saw him play, he was a little bit light in weight. Oh, that's a bad foul there from Given Utwedu. Just a comment here from General saying that Romario, slow poison, Javera needs more game time. And I agree, a natural right back, but Tabang Malane, who I put as the best right back in the season so far. I do have a fantasy 11 that I will be posting to certain footy on Twitter on Monday. But Tabang Malane is definitely the best right back in the Deb Marine. So Romario, Javera, who can also play centre back, Charles Ambira, Garuka were excellent throughout the season. So it's tough. Free kick. Nangoro takes it. And Rokoro saves well. Gossip almost beating KK. Nareb, no foul. Here's Dion Dennis changing play. Good pass. Jomo. Well, he cut to his left. He uses his left. And he wins the first corner for African Stars. Oh, wow. We have a parent in the group, Anna Mujua, who is the mother of Rika Mujua. Yes, your son has equalized for us. So make sure that he gets a nice package when he gets home. Corner comes in. Near post header. Beautiful save from Vitapin Garuka. And the save from Moses Make, who I think is goalkeeper of the season. Putting a display there. Garuka almost scoring his fifth goal of the season as a centre back. He has 4 goals. That was a beautiful near post header. January. Very good at set pieces. He is January. Foul on Make. Yes, Miss Anna, we see you. So let us know in the YouTube chat who you believe are the, let's say, the 2 best players for African Stars throughout this season. Of course, one of them will definitely be Bakonja Chahikika, who is on the bench. He's just enjoying his team close out the season. But maybe let's leave out Bakonja, and can you give me 2 other names this season who have played their heart out to get a 3rd consecutive Namibian Premier League title? Let us know in the chat. Here now is the captain. Good turn. Ronald Kechiere. Given Mutwedu, bad touch from him, but still sustains the foul. Urange says Malane and Bakonja. I agree with that. Here's Gianluca Jomo. Ooh, that ball just finding Dion Dennis. Good turn, good pass from Dion, and Jomo just couldn't trap it under his toes. Obina. Indira says Garuka has been solid this season. Yes, indeed. The strongest man in the league, taking the goal kick, finding Gianluca. He has been excellent this season. Kanjuka says Malane and Ngero Katua. And we have 2 votes now for Ngaruka. So let us know who you think the 2 best players of the season has been. Jomo Chiveta down the line and just trying to take a snapshot. Rebecca watching from Vanaheda, welcome. And Vatira watching from Marienthal, welcome. Tell your football friends and family that the champagne will be popped quite shortly. Gianluca, 1-2 with Stiga. Buksa, January, good turn from him. He leaves it to Dion and KK just takes it back to his goalkeeper. Good header there from Ngaruka. Here's the goal scorer, Rika, working with Stiga, and that's Stars ball. We have to say congratulations to the African Stars Queens team for the campaign in the FMB Super Women's League. They came third. They earned 100,000 Namibian dollars. And from a team that finished 7th last season to basically challenge for the title, I think they need and deserve a round of applause. Given still gets that pass off to Dion Dennis. A little bit of a chip, but it goes out. Good header there from Dion Dennis. Rika putting it down. He's enjoying himself now. Good touch over the ball from January. Here's Jomo. Good defending there from KK. Sean says Bakonja. And maybe Katua. Malane and Bakonja getting most of the votes so far. Here now is Young African. Brandt. Ha! A little bit of footwork there. But good tackle there from Gianluca. African Stars Queens are in the chat watching from Ongwediva. That's my hometown. So just keep the celebrations going until I come visit. We've done well this season. And that's a foul. And my player of the season for African Stars Queens, I'll give it to Hilma Kanyama, of course. Free kick to be taken from Denzel Awasep. Let's see what he can do with the flight of the ball. It's to the back post. It's awkward, but it's a goal kick. Thank you, Silva, watching from Moroshpina. Oh, that ball has been caught out from Garuka. It's awkward. It's Mira working his way into the box. And that's a good save from Rokoro. Because Ferdinand Obina was there. Any mistake would have maybe given a second opportunity for the number 7 striker. Nangoro, Ali Jr., Garizimo. Nangoro puts the ball into the box, given his tall. Beautiful chip there from a centre back, finding January. Oh, January beating his player well. He's a good player. He's a good player. This is really an impressive first 30 minutes for the young man, January, in that attacking midfield role, just above Stiga and Rika. Let's get him on the ball. Let's see what he can do. Jackson Nangoro, blast, Stars ball. And Brooklyn just asking why Bakonja is on the bench. Oh, well, the season is over. Perhaps it's time to allow, and of course, Bakonja was involved in the Kosafa national team tournament alongside Charles Hambira, Willie Stefanis. So they're getting a little bit of a rest. The title is already out here on the touchline. Oh, that's a high foot there on Given Mutwevu. The game will continue. No, the referee has to bring it back. Yeah, because there were studs right in the chest of Given. The player that committed the foul is also on the ground from Young African. But yeah, two players. Milka is in the chat, of course, the number one supporter of Jomo Chiveta. Yes, we will always remember that he was the one that scored the only goal against Mighty Gunners. A tough Mighty Gunners in the MTC Maris Cup. So we also have to shake Jomo Chiveta's hand and say, although Willie Stefanis scored that goal in the final against Young Brazilians, we must never forget that Jomo Chiveta, in a very tough quarter-final, scored the only goal against Mighty Gunners. It was raining here earlier in Windhoek City. The rain, in fact, apparently came from Khobabis. If you are into storytelling, maybe the tears of a certain team just brushed over Windhoek today. But the clouds have subsided, and good cold, chilly conditions for a game of football. That cross comes in from Nangoro, and it's over the top. And yes, indeed, the match was slightly delayed as there were previous athletics regional games here throughout the morning and early afternoon. Ooh, that's a blatant handball from Dian Dennis, but the referee allowing play on. Awasep finds Obina. Good shielding from Given. Oh, beautiful back heel there from Ali Jr. Almost finding his player. Here he is now again. Ali Jr. loses the ball, but Gasep committed that foul. Mr. Seven, watching from Freedom Square. You saying Garuka is your player of the season. Yeah, the strongest man in the league. 4 goals as a centre-back. He almost scored just maybe 15 minutes ago at the near post. A beautiful save from Moses Make. But as a centre-back to be scoring 4 goals, important goals. We remember those goals that he scored. Chula Chula, I believe another one was against, I'll get the stats out here. Stiga just put under pressure. Here's January now. January is playing with flair. It's a beautiful thing to see a player like January grow with confidence. Here now is Ronald Keshieri. He puts the cross in, headed out from Deacon. Nareb, the goal scorer of the first goal, and he wins the free kick for Young African. Watching from Germany, Grootfontein, the UK, and A-Town. A very diverse group of Red Army supporters. And stay tuned after the game. We will have many interviews. It's a far from Rika. We will have many interviews after the game. Coach Paul Bob Mafoso is not in the building, but he's definitely watching. So Coach Benny Hausep, assistant coach, interim coach, who also had his reign throughout the season. Free kick comes in. There is a header from a Young African player, which is Denzel Narib. And we will talk to many players after the game. I have a whole sheet of questions. And of course, Stiga, captain, our captain. Definitely, we will need some words, wise words of wisdom from him. Oh, that's a good play. Good tackle there from January. That through ball couldn't find Gossip. It's a goal kick. Will the handing over of the medals also be live streamed? Yes, in fact, if the network holds up, we'll definitely have that live stream. So after the game, just stay tuned to the platform African Stars TV on YouTube. If we close it off, we will definitely start it again. Oh, the Red Army not liking that foul, and Rika Mujua, who scored the equalizer, receives a yellow card. To the frustration of the Red Army supporters on the far side of the stadium, you can just hear them calling Mr. Ref. It's a good free kick. Rokoro just had to put a hand to it. And he's having words with the referee saying that his path was impeded. So he's asking for a foul, but corner coming up. Taken from Brandt. Headed out there from, I believe that's Gianluca. Mira finding Nongoro. Nongoro with the cross. And there now is a foul. And in your picture, you could easily see that there was an African Stars player on the ground that impeded the goalkeeper. So, yeah, the foul given nonetheless. Please show us the entertainment at halftime. We will see if the camera can pan to that. African Stars will dominate Namibian football for 8 consecutive seasons. Wow. Unless you give us PSG. Well, African Stars will. Oh, that's a bad punch there from Moses Make. It was an opportunistic header from Harold Gossip. And it's won the third corner for Stars. And just regarding the entertainment, music, copyright, if you know, you know. And we are on, it will actually cut the stream. So unfortunately not. January with that corner, hit it out. So come back to the number 28. He will now use his left foot very well. Dion Dennis is there. Rika with the shot. Ooh. Was that a beautiful save from Moses Make, or was it a deflection? Nonetheless, another corner coming up. African Stars want to take the lead in this first 45. Another good corner. Dion Dennis was there. And there's a head injury on Deacon Kavimbi. He was calling for the referee. You could see that, and he will need to be medically assessed. So if you're just joining us, Young African scored first in Denzel Nareb, a beautiful goal from outside the box, chipping the very tall Rokoro. It wasn't goalkeeper's fault. It was just a beautiful flight of the ball. That was at the 15th minute. And then a free kick taken from Rika Mujua, scoring his first goal of the season. It was deflected, but we'll give it to him. He's in the box, Denzel Nareb. He couldn't find the... I agree. Rika Mujua, you have had a good game. Don't get a red card that will change the trajectory of this game. Still having words with the referee. You would think that he should be... That ball finding Awanab. Oh, it's in the box. It's off the crossbar. It's still there. It's a shot. And it's gone into the back of the net. Young African, where we were saying that Stars might want to take the lead. It is the Khababas boys who have taken the lead, and it is Denzel Nareb once more. The number 9 striker is closing out the season, putting his name in the history books to say, hey, if you're looking for a number 9 that does his job, Denzel Nareb is that number 9. It was Ferdinand Obina who hit the post initially. It was a cross from the left back, Denzel Awasep, who made it awkward, and the follow through came from the number 9 to give Young African the 2-1 advantage. Given takes charge, finds Dion Dennis. Dion Dennis finds his captain. Here now is Rika. Jomo. 2 minutes additional time. Jackson Johannes can put the cross in barely. 2 minutes additional time. Good turn there from Garuka. Jomo Chiveta. He will always try to cut in, and just losing the ball in that midfield. Good defensive work from January. The ball is cleared. It's awkward. It's Ferdinand Obina. But Vitapin Garuka does his job well. Oh, January. Almost with some fancy footwork. You could see what he was trying to do there. Sticker. And Mira just taking a tumble. Gianluca can come with the second ball. Deacon with another good header. Jackson Johannes. You would have thought, because it's on his left foot, he would take a better, accurate shot there. Jackson Johannes, the left back. But a very tame attempt. I'll talk to him about that after the game. And that is the first 45. And, well, African Stars the 8th time Namibian Premier League champions are trailing, but you have to give it to the boys from Kobabas. They have stuck in it, and at halftime, it is Young African 2 goals from Denzel Narib. African Stars 1. Stay tuned for the second half. And just know that we will resend a link on all on the African Stars platforms, especially on Facebook. So just stay tuned for that new link. But if you know, just stay on the YouTube channel and the live picture will come up for the second half. Keep your champagne in the ice.